Hi guys, how y'all doing? I'm going to do a little bit of a different video today. I'm going to do sort of the normal news thing, but there's only 2 news items, so I'm going to go over those. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about why NCIS is sometimes on Mondays in Canada and then sometimes on Tuesdays. So the 10th episode of the 9th season is going to be called Sins of the Father, and it's the return of Tony's father. And that's going to air on the 22nd, and the press release says, after Anthony DiNozzo Sr. is found in a car with a dead body in the trunk and no memory of the previous night, the NCIS team must figure out if he is capable of murder. Meanwhile, Tony is sidelined for this case and must go against orders to try and prove his father's innocence. One bit of spoiler news, and that is coming to us from TV Line. So Sarah Jane Morse, who plays EJ, will return for at least 1 episode this January. And according to Mr. Glassberg, she will bring answers to some unresolved questions. Okay, quick show of hands. Did anyone actually think she was dead? Because I didn't. You're not dead on TV unless there's a cold, dead body. And even then, Let the freak out over EJ's return begin. Oh, and also Polly Pratt's in a new music video. I'll put the link in the bottom if you want to check it out. I love her voice. She's so great. So now, let's talk about Canada. I know you're all excited. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I actually reside in Nova Scotia, Canada, so I consider myself an expert. Not really. So I have seen this question pop up on Tumblr and a few places, not a lot, but I think it must be a little bit confusing for those who aren't in Canada, or at least who are in the US and really aren't used to this kind of thing. So you may have seen NCIS pop up on Mondays instead of Tuesdays, which is new this season, and it's kind of weird. So how it works in Canada is we have Canadian networks that, I think the right word is syndicate. So they have American shows that are syndicated on those networks. Because in Canada, we don't really have a lot of good television. So in order for people to be able to watch, the really good American shows, they're syndicated on Canadian networks. Now, I don't know if there's certain parts in Canada where they don't get American networks, because personally, I have like 40 channels and I get most of the major networks, So I get ABC, Fox, NBC, CBS, I think there's another one. And even when I had like basic cable, like I got 30 channels, I still got CBS, ABC, a few of the major ones. I don't think I got Fox, but I think I got like at least 3 or 4 of them. So what ends up happening is when I look at my TV schedule, I might have 2 channels at the same time showing Grey's Anatomy. So a lot of times I have the option of watching The Mentalist at I think it's on 8 or 9 Eastern time on a Canadian network, and then watching it at 10 o'clock Eastern time on CBS. So most of the times they do air on the same day, but not necessarily in the same time slot. Now, NCIS has been syndicated on a network called Global. Global has also picked up, I don't know if it's recently, I honestly don't remember back to last season, but regardless, it also picked up Glee, which is a Fox show. Now, Glee and NCIS are competing shows in the States. Glee airs on Fox at 8 Eastern time, and NCIS airs on CBS at 8 Eastern time. So these are competing shows. However, Global's picked both of them up, and it only has one 8 Eastern time slot. So a lot of times when this happens, they'll just put them on the same night but at different times. But, for whatever reason, Global has just picked up too many Tuesday shows, so as a result, they bumped NCIS to Mondays. And the reason why NCIS is sometimes on Mondays and then it goes back to Tuesdays is that on a week that there's no new Glee episode, instead of airing a Glee rerun, they'll just bump NCIS back to Tuesday and air that at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So that's why you might see spoilers or reviews pop up on Tuesdays instead of Wednesdays. It's because it's coming up early in Canada. So that's now how you can tell whether NCIS is going to come early or not. If there's a Glee repeat like there is this week, then NCIS is going to be on Tuesdays and we're not going to get it early. If Glee's due next week, which I believe it is, we're probably going to get NCIS early. So hopefully that helps out some people and answers a weird question. And I will see you guys later for a review of Sins of the Father.